All right, welcome to this example here where we're going to take a look at a word problem, or what I call a contextual problem, and using it to determine an angle. All right, so first of all, we have a 16-foot long ramp, which is given right there. It's shown in that picture, and it is placed from a deck to the ground. The deck happens to be 1.5 feet above the ground, and the question is asking, what is the angle of depression going down the ramp? So what we need to do first is draw out a diagram. So I'm going to get rid of the picture there and I'm going to draw out the ramp. So there it is, it's 16 feet long. We know that the ramp is 1.5 feet above the ground, and we are going to try to figure out what is the angle of depression, which is that angle up there of this ramp. Now, the angle of depression, okay, is also the same as the angle of elevation. So the angle at which you go down a ramp is the same at the angle which you go up the ramp. Okay, it's the same angle. So what we can do is we can finish off this little triangle on the bottom, and then we can move our angle to angle of elevation, or that bottom one, and solve for that one, if that makes more sense or if it helps you in your drawings. We could also just put a line on the right-hand side there and make an upside-down triangle on the top. That works as well. That line would be 1.5 feet, and we would still solve for that same angle. Whatever works best for you. I find students in my class tend to like using angle of elevation and do better with that than using angle of depression because that angle is outside the triangle that they normally have drawn. So to solve this now, we plug in our sides. We know that we have our opposite and we have our hypotenuse. We do not have the adjacent, which we don't need, which is fine. But it means that we're going to have to use sine law or inverse sine in order to come up with the angle measure. So there's our equation there. Sine of -1 is equal to 1.5 over 16. Now, if you want to type in the 1.5 divided by 16 first and then do the inverse of sine, or on your calculator, it might be second function sine. That totally works. Hopefully, you're getting an answer of 5.38 degrees, which we're going to round to 5 degrees. If you are not getting that by doing this calculation, please talk to either me if I'm your math teacher or somebody else in order to come up with an answer, because that is important. We know how to use our calculators depending on the type of units we're using, in this case, degrees. So we can then say at the end that the ramp has an angle of depression of 5.38 degrees, which means it also has an angle of elevation of 5.38 degrees. I hope this has helped you. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.